wrestling podcast on the planet, Beyond the Barricade, with your host, good old JP Meyer, the silent assassin, Dollar Bill, the cleaner, and the brain. Let's get started.
Hey,
Happy
you forgot
Wednesday.
somebody.
Ah,
Hello.
always making her special guest appearance, Princess Pretty Girl, Luna.
Hello, Luna. Hello.
Luna,
Happy Wednesday, y'all.
Luna.
Luna. All right, last week we kind of trimmed the fat for WWE. Wasn't much fat to trim. This week we sharpened up them butcher knives because there's a lot of fat to be trimming.
Hacking and whacking and smacking. Yeah.
Oh my God, Fallout vibes right there.
That's where my tag is from.
I didn't even see your tag. Let's see it. Oh yeah.
Somebody gets it. Yeah. So we figure since we're going to be chopping more, kind of
Yeah.
new, we're going to be chopping it. So
I just like chopping meat.
Whoa.
Okay,
No,
Lorena Bobbitt, settle down. Hey.
Boo. Alright, so
Yeah,
from
we
one
got
company to another.
Yep. And nobody is safe from discussion tonight. Well, maybe some.
yeah, some
Some-
people.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Last week we started with the men. Let's start with the ladies this time.
Mama Wayne.
Oh, absolutely. She is just there to be annoying.
She's comic relief.
She was holding
That's-
the
that's
trio
even
style
debatable.
belt tonight.
That's even debatable that she's comedy
Yeah.
relief.
Wait,
For a little
I
guy.
didn't hear who said. Who said?
Nick Wayne's mom.
I think she's there to push the storyline of the patriarchy, patriarchy. I don't consider her dead weight, no, because when she first came in, it was involving the story of Nick Wayne turning on Darby Allin and all that. So I don't consider her dead weight now.
Okay.
I mean, she's not wrestling. She's just there.
She's a manager. She's a
Yeah.
manager. So
Basically, she's the AEW version of Miss Elizabeth.
Miss Elizabeth, no, I would say
With-
more of a
with
sensational.
beauty.
Yeah, I would say more of a sensational Sherry type.
All right, yeah, I can see
Um,
that. Personally, I still don't see the need for her. So I consider her dead.
Well, I mean, I do because it's with Nick Wayne and Christian. He doesn't, he's got to be the new father, so you can't have a father without a mother. So bing
Yeah.
bang boom.
Yeah, it's placed into a patriarchy thing.
Yeah.
Plays into it.
Okay. All righty. All right. Let's see. Abaddon.
So I might have to be the person that defends some of these people because I am
Yes.
the AEW guy.
Yeah.
Watch it every single week. Attend every single show they come here. Abaddon, she does have potential because 46-5, very good, very underrated in the ring.
Yes.
So
How often do you see her?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
Blame
so
Tony.
this is what I wanted to come into this episode with, right? One of the things I really don't like about AEW currently is there's a lot of talent movement between AEW and Ring of Honor. Tony Khan's intention when buying Ring of Honor was to keep them separate promotions.
Yeah.
I feel like we've lost that way.
He's failing epically on this one.
I mean,
With keeping
he's
them separate.
failing, yeah, and it's keeping them separate. But if somebody who's watched, Death Before Dishonor last week, it was a couple weeks ago, it was a very entertaining show. Really delivered.
Absolutely, it was.
Yeah, it was good.
So, what I want to do here today is not so much trimming the fat and releasing people, but more creating separate rosters between AEW and Ring of Honor and trying to get them separate. Now, supposedly in the new TV deal, this will include a TV deal for ROH and make them more separate. I hope we could get back to that. Even if it's just, 1 week out of every month, and they do 4 days of taping to get 4 episodes. That's what I want to go back to.
Question.
So Abaddon, I would move her down to ROH.
Okay, that's actually my question. Real quick.
Shoot.
So, if we're doing if you between trim and fat and roster split, how many rosters are we dealing with? Because I know AEW does 3 shows.
Well, they do 3 shows, but they're all under AEW contracts. They're not like it's not like a Raw roster, SmackDown roster, NXT roster, this roster. It's just they're all AEW. Some you'll
where they need them.
Yeah, like wrestlers like the Young Bucks, they're gonna tend to be more on Dynamite. And then you'll have guys like FTR who are kind of usually more on Collision. But as we saw tonight, you can interchange, and FTR was on Dynamite, so there's no restrictions. But when it comes to Dynamite and Collision, I would like more, crossing the brands and interchangeability. But when it comes to AEW and Ring of Honor, I want more of a hard line.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we do
no.
this?
This is not how. You guys can do whatever you guys want. I'm not talking to I'm not trying to change what we've been doing. I'm just saying this is how I'm approaching the episode.
But you actually gave me an idea.
Okay.
Why don't we do it like this? We bring up a person and we say AEW, Ring of Honor, or Release.
If that's how you guys want to do it, go ahead. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm down with that.
That's gonna take a long time.
Sure.
Well, we're not going to go over everybody
No.
because we know where certain people belong.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just pick a couple.
Yeah.
Dark Knight. Boom, boom.
All right. So.
Pick one. So we
all right,
have
let's
Abaddon
see.
done.
Kira Hogan.
Kira Hogan, I believe, would benefit more in Ring of Honor.
Yes.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Yep.
There'd be more opportunities for her to wrestle in Ring of Honor with the other females on the Ring of Honor roster.
Yeah, and she's excelled. When you look at some of her work from Impact Wrestling, she can go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Oh,
So I feel like in Ring of Honor, she would have more of a spotlight and more of a chance to show her
might
talents.
actually give Athena a run for her money.
That would be a good
Yeah.
match.
That would
I
be
think
a good match.
they did wrestle. They did wrestle before. You probably have to check the cage match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cage match. Let's see.
Yeah, somebody bring up cage match and you can tell us if they wrestled or not.
Well, there's already one on YouTube. From June 1st, 2023.
Okay, so then
How was that match?
It looks like it went to a shit finish.
Ugh. All right.
Maybe building for something. Oh, it was a schoolboy.
Brain, you're booking that match.
that would be a good match to book though.
So
Yeah.
like I'm gonna throw names out that I would like to see more on AEW than Ring of Honor,
Okay, go ahead.
and that's
Go
the
for it.
infantry.
At the tag team, yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I think,
absolutely.
yeah, because especially with the tag team division today, it's not as high profiled as it was, in AEW's infancy. So I think bringing some new talent in can really help with reviving the tag team, because it's not as bad as other companies, or it's not up to AEW standards, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Right.
when AEW first started, they prided themselves on their tag team division.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But now, also, you want to infuse some new blood, especially with the rumors that are coming down the pipe.
Yeah.
And this is where AEW needs to have the one thing that Ring of Honor always had was see the writing on the wall with some talents are going to leave. So you get ready, and then when the talents do leave, you could just plug 2 new names in there.
Exactly.
That was
so the
one of the
infantry would be a good plug-in if the Lucha Brothers do leave.
yeah.
And you see that, I think, in all honesty, it's not the right move for the Lucha Brothers to move.
It really depends. Because the one thing I don't like with WWE is like a lot of the Hispanic talent are really just, it's either the LWO or the other land group. I don't know the other land group.
Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah. So you're going to just be stuck in that storyline. And I don't want them to, because I know Penta is an amazing fucking wrestler.
Yes,
So
he is.
good.
So goddamn good. So I feel like, personally, I think those two, I don't want them to see them get misused if they do go.
Well, from what I've been reading, Penta's already putting out some pretty strong statements about how they want to do things. Like they don't want to go to NXT.
I mean, realistically, if there are some names that went straight to the main roster, they definitely can. Penta and Phoenix absolutely can go straight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But they also want to have a storyline of their own away from LWO and Fantasma.
See, that's the thing. You might get it in the first 6 months, but after that, a lot of WWE is, I mean, there's a lot of guys like, what's his name? Donovan Dijak. I don't know what his WWE name was.
Dijak.
Dijak.
Oh, it's just
he just chopped off the Donovan.
Okay, but yeah, no, he talked about a lot of broken promises, and he's somebody that a lot of people thought he had potential. I especially thought he had potential, and especially a big guy like that who could move. He had it all, and he worked on his character. That was the one thing he was lacking when he first signed, and he worked on his character. And he was stuck in NXT for what, 7 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there for a while. Then he got brought up with that stupid retribution angle.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible. That whole clip was horrible.
Yeah. So
was horrible.
That's why a lot of my stuff is like, I'm hoping these two don't, suffer the same fate.
Agreed.
Maybe,
okay.
Like, if Lucha Brothers go, why not go back to Impact?
Well, TNA now.
Yeah, TNA.
But it's just where they're going to be, and especially if WWE's calling, there's only one company today that can match what WWE offers, and that's AEW.
Yeah.
Right.
WWE, and it supposedly WWE does have interest. So if WWE does have interest, you got like, unless it's Vince McMahon, Triple H has been calming a lot of nerves over there. But then again, now it's going to get to a spot to where there's too many cooks again. Now WWE might get a little bloated. So,
Yeah.
and like, I'm not saying this, as of right now. I'm saying this 4, 5, 6 years down the line. If everybody goes back to WWE, now there's not enough spots in WWE.
Yep. Blow up. Boom.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then the balloon pops and all hell breaks loose again.
Yeah.
Again.
And
And
then,
then 4, 5, 6 years down the line, we're still sitting here, and
Yeah.
we're talking about who we're trimming the fat from WWE again.
yeah.
Yep.
It's a yearly thing. We cut the trap. We trimmed the fat in the summer.
Yeah.
There you go.
And like, to me, honestly,
WWE and AEW ready for their beach bodies.
and honestly, to me, the biggest problem with AEW, like, a lot of people are, the reason why people are not watching, and it's not watching, is if you actually listen to a lot of the feedback, it's people don't know. So, like, my biggest problem with AEW today is their marketing, because they put out good television. They're putting out good television, putting out good matches. It's just a lot of their marketing is subpar. You see what WWE does, and like with AEW, they're not really expanding outside the Warner, Turner, Discovery people. And when you watch like TBS, their commercials are very bland. Don't tell you what's coming up. I don't think AEW does a sufficient job in letting people know what stops they're coming to, and what towns they're gonna hit. And then especially with last year, they were raising ticket prices to higher than WWE, which to me is when you could see the decline of the attendance. There's no reason why you should be having such high ticket prices. To me, is AEW should always look at what WWE is offering in ticket prices and always decide, hey, let's undercut them by like 20%.
Yes.
And then, but they should be fucking marketing. They should be going out, letting people know all across their television and, social media and everything that, hey, we're coming to your town. Come get tickets.
Exactly.
They should be working with their sponsors. You don't remember the old days when, you'd have the Slim Jim commercials with Macho Man, or the Chef Boyardee commercials with Mick Foley and Kane. Go to your sponsors. Get your guys, put them in commercials so that you could air those commercials outside, the Warner channels. So you could air it on like USA. Just imagine on USA, you're watching Raw. Next thing you know, you see a State Farm commercial with an AEW talent. And it says, watch AEW Dynamite on Wednesday nights. That's going to pull at least 1%,
Mm-hmm.
You would think that 1%. And
Yeah.
1% out of 1% out of say 600,000. That's 6,000
Well,
people at least.
Mind you, what I'm saying is, like, you air that State Farm AEW commercial during Raw. 1% of 2.5 is what?
Holy
250,000?
No, that would be 10%, sir.
No,
that's 10.
25,000, you mean?
Oh, okay. But
Oh,
still,
2
even,
million.
that's 25,000 people who might watch, or okay, well, usually it's 10%. 10% see the message, and then 10% interact. So yeah, that'd be 1%. So, but still, even then, one person, if you're getting one person over, that's still a win,
Unlike The Rock.
Unlike The Rock, yeah.
All right, let's move on, people. Let's move on.
Yep.
Sorry.
Next.
No, it's okay.
All right.
No, that's all right. Let's
Next.
see.
Hmm.
Layla Hirsch.
She
I think
has,
she's doing great in Ring of Honor.
yes. No, you're good. You're good. It's okay. It's completely okay. And I'm gonna actually second your statement. I agree that she has been doing well in Ring of Honor. I think she had the match of the night at Death Before Dishonor. Her and Diamante. There's another name I love in Ring of Honor.
Yes, Diamante does very well in Ring of Honor. So does Layla. Layla is in the proper place for her at this point in time.
Absolutely.
Yes. And that's why I'm hoping maybe soon Athena can drop the title, go back to AEW, and you see these Diamantes, these Layla Hirsch's get a run at that world title. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't. Instead of having a women's television title, I would much rather them have a women's pure title.
That'd be
Layla Hirsch would run that shit.
Yeah. It's exactly like when Ring of Honor first brought back the pure title in 2020. I said this fucking belt is designed for Jonathan Gresham, and obviously he won, and he held it for like a year.
Yeah.
So Layla Hirsch would be her, and maybe Marina Shafir would be perfect.
Oh.
Perfect people for like a Ring of Honor pure title.
Funny you should say that, Cleaner, because she was the next one I was going to mention. She is perfect in Ring of Honor right now.
Yes,
Absolutely.
She belongs in Ring of Honor. I'm sorry, she can't hang on the main roster. Main roster.
To me, it's more. This is another thing that I would do. I would, AEW is I think perfect where it's at, but I would make Ring of Honor more of that technical style. I don't want Ring of Honor to be AEW light. No. I want Ring of Honor to be the technical, the sports brand that it was. Even in like 2018 and 2019. Yeah. Even in 2018 and 2019, when it was in its down years, it was still that sports wrestling brand that, and that's what I want to go back to. Simple storylines that I want that belt. I face you for that belt. None of this, oh, my girlfriend, oh, I spilled hot water. None of this spooky magic, Undertaker bullshit. That works in WWE. That can work in AEW. But it should not belong in Ring of Honor. Because Ring of Honor, when it was founded, was a love letter to Japanese pro wrestling. A lot of people don't know that. Because especially with ECW, if you listen to Paul Heyman, somebody asked him if, Ring of Honor or if ECW would have stayed around, what would have happened? And he said, I was already in the process of making it into what the Ring of Honor promotion is today. And that was back in 2014. So Ring of Honor, when it was created, it was originally meant to be a love letter to pro wrestle. And if you watch those first 5-6 years, you could absolutely see that. And that's what I think Ring of Honor needs to go back to.
Agreed. It needs to go back to its roots.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I would have won the lottery, I would have bought Ring of Honor. We would have restructured the entire. I always think about this. Like, if I had control of Ring of Honor, we're restructuring the entire company, making it, the wrestlers promotion, love letter pro wrestle. We're dropping some of the titles. We're bringing in like Deonna Purrazzo's, Killer Kelly's, Marina Shafir's. Hell, I'll even take a Jordan Grace. And we're getting back to that hard-hitting, strong style.
What the? Damn it! Somebody did a run-in.
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap. Someone did a run-in.
I F Ford.
Oops.
Dumbass.
Yep. No, F5. I F5.
You got hit by F5. All right, Brock.
Yep.
Brock Lesnar showed up.
Yep. Now, here's the thing. If I had Ring of Honor, I don't want WWE Brock Lesnar. I want UFC Brock Lesnar.
Agreed. But now, let me say this here.
Shoot.
If we all had Ring of Honor, I don't want Brock Lesnar, period.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I don't want Brock Lesnar, period. But if I had to bring him in,
it's definitely the UFC Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. But
I don't want Suplex City.
I wouldn't mind Suplex City. Like I like. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna go out. I don't want him to. Yeah, yeah. I don't want him to go out and have like SummerSlam 2014. You know, where he just hits 15 suplexes, 1, 2, 3. I don't want that.
Yeah,
Or
no.
one move
Or
wonder.
WrestleMania 31.
What I'm looking for with Lesnar is him AJ Styles or him Bryan Danielson.
Oh, the match with AJ was phenomenal. Yes.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I could tell you right now, right? If I had control of Ring of Honor, the match, I say this all the time. Well, actually, no. If there's one Ring of Honor match that I would want to make the company about, it's Kenta Kobashi, Samoa Joe, 2005. I think it's definitely before Dishonor 2005.
Okay.
I
remember,
don't remember.
yeah, I think it was. I don't remember either.
But yeah, no. That was Kobashi's first match in
The
a
US.
long time in the U.S. I don't think it's his first match. I think it was like his second or third. But the one thing was he was worried about, what the American fans want him, would they cheer for him, would they know for him, and they fucking they thought he was gonna go in as a heel, this, that, and the other, and Joe was like, no, they're gonna fucking love you. You're gonna get such a fucking huge pop, and you can't even describe the pop he got. It was so warm, and he was completely blown away by it. And then they go out and have the fucking craziest match of all time. This would be probably something we could watch on YouTube. I don't know. Back during COVID, Ring of Honor actually posted this as a watch along with Ian Riccaboni and Todd Sinclair. So I don't know if we would be able to do a watch along.
Mute it.
Yeah, we'd probably be able to mute it.
Just mute it, and you'll be able to do a watch along.
But yeah, no, if you have not seen that match, you have to go out of your way, because I will say, still to this day, greatest Ring of Honor match in history.
I remember that one. I'm just gonna try to find it. It's being a pain.
I don't think Ring of Honor wiped it.
No, I'm trying to find it in Cage Match, but it's like Cage Match is so weird sometimes when it comes to finding matches.
Yeah. Hell, even if you want to see so Ring of Honor does have the watch along with Todd Sinclair and Ian Riccaboni. But then there's also, if you want to see what my love of wrestling is like, the best person to show it to you is a guy named Kim Justice Wrestling Road. I love that fucking YouTube channel. He'll go on about Ring of Honor stuff and a lot of Japanese stuff, and it's beautiful the amount of time and effort he puts into his videos. So I just want to shout out Kim Justice Wrestling Road at the Wrestling Road. So wealthy knowledge, so much wealthy knowledge.
Damn, they don't have it.
What, on Cage Match?
No, I'm looking for something.
Yeah, Cage Match. Like I said, I'm looking at advanced search just to try.
What year
and
did you
find
say
the
that was,
matches Kobashi.
Cleaner?
It was 2005.
Yeah, they don't have it. I'm looking at Ring of Honor right now.
Oh, I don't know if it's on Honor Club. Because a lot of their early stuff is very spotty. I remember even when Sinclair owned it, they were talking about how a lot of those early stuff couldn't get on to Honor Club because of the master copies did not have good quality, and it was just the DVDs. They couldn't find the actual master copies. They only had the DVDs that were sold. So
okay.
Yeah, and for some of those shows they couldn't find it. But the best thing to do is Ring of Honor, Honor Club, not Honor Club, but the YouTube channel. It's still up. It's Samoa Joe versus Kenta Kobashi watch along with Ian Riccaboni and Todd Sinclair. I will actually share it in our little private chat here.
Yes, and for all y'all watching, you don't get to be in the private chat with us.
No.
No,
No.
sorry. Members only.
No, we need member jackets. That's the thing. We need member jackets.
Member
No,
berries.
Members
What you
only
need-
jackets.
what you need is a dog.
Well, I guess
Dog with him.
a lot of people haven't watched what do you call it? Sopranos. The members only jacket.
Oh yeah. All right.
Oh yeah.
Let's move on here. Let's move on. All right. I'm debating which one I'm gonna pick here.
Oh wow. Okay. They
I
really.
I have to go with one of our girls. Penelope Ford.
I would say for her to go to Ring of Honor, if she wants some experience, but it seemed like she's starting like I don't know if she's starting a family life with Kip Sabian. So I don't even think she wrestles anymore.
Whoa.
Like yeah, like I think she doesn't even wrestle in general.
Oh, I see. So I guess probably gone then soon.
Yeah, I mean she's probably on the roster because I know she also had a ton of injuries that didn't help.
Ugh.
Yeah, when was the last time she actually wrestled, though? Like, it's been a while.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's been a while, so I don't know specifically. I don't know specifically. Hold on, we could check Cage Match. Oh, and John, I had to look it up.
Yeah.
The event is actually called Joe versus Kabashi.
I posted that in there.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, so I had to look it up. The actual event, I forgot about that. They actually named it Joe versus Kabashi.
Yeah, it
All
took
right,
a
and
while. for that
her,
stuff.
according to Wiki, and we all know how accurate that is. The last thing she did was an AEW Dark Elevation match
Oh, that's
against
way
Heather
back.
Reckless on August 15th, 2022.
Jeez, so 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's
so
done. She's done.
I have on Cage Match, her last AEW match is actually October 10th. It was her and Kip Sabian defeating Jeremy Prophet and Jessica Neary on Dark Elevation 85. But Cage Match lists her final match ever, 2023, February 2023, DDT Iron Man heavyweight title. She dropped the title to Kip Sabian on an online stream at Corkin Hall in it's called DDT Into the Fight 2023.
Okay. All right, so she hasn't wrestled in over a year.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's,
Gone.
I know she got injured, but I don't know if she decided to hang them up.
there's nothing
Or-
official yet.
Yeah, it's nothing
Yeah.
official that I've seen. So, but she might be, even though she might be not wrestling, she might be doing backstage stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, that's different then, though.
Yeah.
But
That-
still, as far as we're just speaking of being a wrestler,
right. I was going to say that.
Yeah, from a talent standpoint, yeah, you know,
gone.
if there's no if there's no injuries, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's done.
backstage is totally different. Like,
Yeah.
that's a whole different avenue and everything. Talent is one thing, backstage or production, whatever, is another. So yeah, cut her off from like the talent pool, put her more into backstage, or just let her go from the company completely. It's those three options.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, first one, obviously.
So,
Let's see who's next. Who's next?
Goldberg.
Oh,
No.
he's going.
please no,
see.
please do not let him come back. We don't need
Yeah,
him
no.
to do anything.
Especially not in AEW. Like, I wouldn't
No.
Not
mind.
anywhere. Not anywhere. No.
A lot
not
of people talk about Shane McMahon. I wouldn't mind if he was in a backstage role, you know, helping, you know, Tony Khan, like, sort out the company and, you know, sort everything out.
Sort out the
Ghost
booking
writing.
and everything.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not creatively. I'm talking about, like, from a business structure.
Same
Okay.
thing though.
Reorganization.
That's it. Silent partner.
Well, I mean, like, I
Come
wouldn't
on.
mind if he was actually hired and all that, but just never showed his face on camera, never doesn't get involved with the creative side, just solely focused on reorganizing the company and just
Right.
making sure the entire company is running right.
That's
Because,
like a silent thing.
yeah, because if you remember, he was gone for like, what, 10 years? And he was in a company in China, making sure
Yeah.
they were organized and all that. So I wouldn't mind if he just came in, got a executive title or like a VP of marketing or a VP of corporate structure or some shit like that, and just made the company efficient, you know?
Yeah.
But here's the thing though, when you just said that, you're still making him publicly known.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
he want to be
but-
public or he want to be private?
Yeah,
But you
I
just
wouldn't
don't want
mind-
to see him on camera.
yeah, that's the thing. He's not a talent. He's an executive.
Yeah.
Right. But still, he's still part of the company. That's the thing.
He's still, yeah, of course.
Talent or not, you know, his name is
Yeah,
still
I
there.
mean, you're gonna milk it for as much as you can, but the
Okay.
thing is, like, you're gonna milk it that, you know, a McMahon is in a company other than WWE. Of course, milk
Run
that
with
shit.
it, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, run with it. But when it comes to, you're not gonna see him on Dynamite. You're not gonna see him on Collision unless it's like he's in the crowd and he's waving, or if he's like announcing a partnership or something like that. But
People
he's
are-
not going to get involved with storylines. He sure is fucking getting in the ring.
But people are expecting that. That's my point.
Yeah, that's the thing. People are expecting that. But the thing
That's why
is,
I'm like, he's
We
going to
don't need that happening.
they can't. You can't let the public set
Dictate.
Yeah. You can't let their expectations dictate your programming.
Right.
You know,
but
you
gotta-
listen to the crowd, and you get your feedback, but you don't let them dictate you.
Be careful with that because it actually has been deterrent at times.
But I mean, then again, that's why I say from the start, from the rip, just announce that he is a corporate signing. He's in the corporation, like he's not trying to be a talent. He's not going to be in the ring. You state that from the rip. You don't lie about that. You just state it from the rip.
Like that guy that was in TNA, but then got fired. But he made a whole bunch of changes. Oh God,
Vince Russo.
No, not Russo. No,
Billy
positive changes. Positive.
Billy
No,
Corgan.
Corgan?
wrestler. D'Amato, I think it was. Bill's.
Wait, are you talking about
Scott
the one?
D'Amore.
Yeah, Scott D'Amore.
Thank you, Scott D'Amore. Yeah, like.
Yeah, but the thing was, he was the president of the company. Like he
I
was
know,
like the
but-
guy running the TNA.
Still though, it was like
I
just
mean,
known.
but he still got involved, and he was actually well liked too.
That's the thing, yeah.
Will Ospreay is actually trying to get AEW and Tony Khan to hire him, which I would love that hiring because Scott D'Amore, whether he goes to WWE or AEW or back to Impact somehow, he would be a tremendous hire. I feel like he would truly get a structural efficiency out of any
Yeah.
company he goes to.
Oh yeah.
So
It's same thing with WWE. I'm so fucking jealous that they hired fucking Jeremy Borash. There's one person. If there's one person I would pluck from AEW or from WWE to bring into AEW, it's Jeremy Borash, and he's like my fucking. I'm putting him in the Kevin Dunn position because
Okay.
I think people sleep on Jeremy Borash.
Okay. All right. Let's see who's next. Who's next? You know what? I think this is gonna be the last of the ladies.
Okay.
Red Velvet.
She didn't have a bad match. I think she's the new TV champion.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't she just win the TV championship from
Yeah.
Billy Starks?
Yeah, she just won the ROH TV championship. So,
Let's keep her in ROH.
yeah, keep her in ROH. And that's the thing. Like, the ROH, you can kind of use it as a developmental territory. But the thing is, it has to be separate. Like, how the golden years of NXT, you know? The black and yellow era. It was completely separate, completely different from main roster WWE. And to a point was selling out better. Like I remember several takeovers where the whole vibe of takeover was completely different. Hold on 1 second. What was that? Good night.
He disappeared.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar got him again.
Huh? No.
Ah!
But going off what
Oh,
Cleaner
Jono.
was saying, like I went to Takeover and SummerSlam in
Jesus
2016 back-to-back nights. The vibe was so much better for Takeover than it was SummerSlam.
I was at all of the Brooklyn takeovers and Takeover New York. The night before Mania. So much better vibe. So much better vibe. And it was the reason why I went to takeovers and not SummerSlam, because Takeover was legitimately so much better than SummerSlam.
Even that house show we went to.
Tom's River.
Down to Tom's River. Yeah.
I remember watching their
I
tag team
remember that
match.
show.
Yeah, I remember watching the tag team match. It was Viking Raiders and Red Dragon, and then watching the next night, which was the Takeover. It's the same fucking match, but they changed the finish.
Mhm.
But yeah, no,
Exactly.
that NXT Black and Gold was so much of a better vibe than fucking
Oh, yeah.
WWE.
So
That's what,
all right.
that's what I want ROH and AEW, just to be a completely different vibe.
Okay, now we got now we're over to the men. Let's see. Well, you know what they say, it's always best to start at the beginning. And the first thing
I know who you're gonna say, and cut, because how the fuck do you break up with Bailey? How?
Yeah, exactly.
I know exactly who you're gonna say. You're gonna say Aaron Solo, who's
Absolutely.
the first name on the fucking list. How the fuck do you break up with Bailey? Not even talking about your wrestling. Like, you should be just fucking released, just let alone on that.
Mm-hmm.
Can't argue that. How do you break up with that ass?
Bailey
that.
gives such good hugs.
She's, from everything I've heard about her, and this is why I liked her for so long, because everything I've heard about her, the nicest person in the fucking entire business. Like, Jesus Christ. And if it was his decision to break up, oh, he deserves to get fucking blacklisted from the company, from the in business.
Oh, Ray. It's just a
You
relationship.
go bye-bye.
No.
You go away. You go
She's
away.
like the nicest person in the world. Like, anybody you see to try to upset her or anything like that, you just want to kick his ass.
Yeah.
But some shit doesn't
But then
work out
again-
though.
Then again, we wouldn't need to kick her ass, because if anybody tried to upset her, she would kick their ass.
This is true.
Yeah.
What was I gonna look up?
How big Bailey's butt is.
you're gonna look up
What the hell?
AWA in Memphis, 1989.
Why?
I don't know. I wanted to get really specific.
Funny. Yes, and we're supposed to keep relationships out of wrestling, but I guess not.
I mean, they could work. I mean, look at Triple H.
I know.
Being the boss's daughter, now you control the goddamn company.
You married what's her name?
Yeah. Oh, I still remember that. That's funny.
Yeah. Yo, Fitz.
You.
You gonna
You
say
having
something?
fun?
Over there?
What?
You gonna say something tonight? You gonna just gonna sit there like a bump on a
You
log?
guys are all talking.
So say something. Get your ass in the conversation, boy.
This is
Well,
like
give me the
a radio show.
Raise your hand and say something.
Dude,
Either
this is
the-
like last week. You fell asleep.
Either that, or
This
you
time you're
gotta.
awake.
You gotta force your way in. Do you see how many times I cut off John?
All the time?
Do you see how many times I cut off Vincent?
Yeah,
All the time?
Yeah.
We need a counter next time.
yeah, we do. It'd be like for anybody who watched Ring of Honor in like 2015 and 2016, they used to have like a little counter at the bottom, and every time fucking Steve Corino would scream super kick, you'd see it's the super kick counter. Just boop.
Oh, like the Teddy Hart flip count.
Yeah.
I don't remember that Ring of Honor having that, but
That's so funny though.
Oh, we
But
used,
you know-
we used to do that. We used to do that in Jersey All Pro.
I remember that Ring of Honor. It was Best in the World 2016, and the Young Bucks were having a match, fucking throughout the entire night. Actually, every time because every time anybody
Wasn't
would
Adam
do a
Cole
super
with
kick.
them, too?
That was the night Adam Cole joined Bullet Club. But yeah, throughout the entire night, anytime anybody would throw a super kick, Steve Corino, playing Mr. Wrestling 3, would just scream, super kick! And then you just see super kick count. 1. Super kick count. 2. And they weren't counting the super kicks, they were counting Steve Corino screaming.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah, and at the
All
end of the night, they super kicked Steve Corino.
Yes. And
Yes.
the counter
Super
See, that was the part that I love, that they actually count the super kicks, because he'd be on the floor, they'd still be throwing super kicks, and you'd still see the counter go up.
Yep.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
so,
really.
Yeah,
All right,
that
moving
match was
on.
fun.
Moving on. This one's
All right, who?
I haven't seen him recently. But Anthony Ogogo.
He's
Never
with
heard
Shane
of
Taylor
him.
Promotions.
Yes, he's with Shane Taylor Promotions.
Okay, so he's definitely doing more on Ring of Honor than any.
yeah,
Okay, so he's good there.
yeah.
All right, we'll just leave it at that. We don't have to say anything
Aaron
else.
Solo.
He's been cut. We cut him because he broke up with Bailey because he's an
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
All right, so you know what? This guy, I'm just gonna throw right back into Ring of Honor where he fucking belongs and never should have left to begin with.
Okay.
Colt Cabana.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like he'd have a better, like a more higher showcase in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
He always does better.
Why is he in the AEW anyway? It's like put him in Ring of Honor. He's got a bigger reaction. He can work.
Well, I mean, he's still a well-liked name, so even in AEW, he's still going to get a big reaction. Yeah, I know he still wants to wrestle, but man, I would love to just go back to Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman, and Colt Cabana on commentary.
Oh,
That would be
absolutely.
great.
That'd be sick. That'd be
That
great.
would for Ring of Honor from like 2017 to like 2020 when Colt Cabana left. They had a 3-man team, and it was amazing. I want to specifically bring up 3 names that I would put in Ring of Honor.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I'm going over the list again, and
Breaking news.
yeah, breaking news that we missed when we did the draft. But
Well, I
then
mean,
again,
we didn't.
wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. He is definitely more Ring of Honor than anything else.
Mhm.
Yeah, we agree with that.
No. I'm not talking about Colt.
Oh, who else then?
Dalton Castle. He's definitely all Ring of Honor.
I don't know if
I didn't
he
see him on the
was.
list.
Yeah, he wasn't even on the list. That's what I'm saying.
No, yeah, that's why he wasn't on the AEW list. That's why I didn't put him on.
Yeah, because he's all Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
But
he's
definitely he's in a good place where he belongs in Ring of Honor.
yeah,
Mhm.
without a doubt. But three guys I would put in Ring of Honor: AR Fox,
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Bandito,
Yes.
and the Bad Apple Brian Keith. I think Brian Keith could be a Ring of Honor champion, a future Ring of Honor champion.
But he's doing so well under the learning tree.
Yes, but I feel like he'd have a bigger. He'd be a main eventer in Ring of Honor.
Hold
And
on.
you sense the sarcasm there.
Hold on. I gotta
Hi,
get a drink for this
guys.
one.
I knew it. I knew Sawyer was going to do it.
See, that's the thing, right? A lot of people.
He did it so well in that voice, it scares me.
Have you got? Yeah, no, that was actually like really good. But have you guys actually like seen some of Brian Keith's work outside of Ring of Honor and AEW?
I've seen a couple of his matches from Deadlock Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
First off, shout out to boys. Hog Dippers here. Love Deadlock. I was at Deadlock 3 or no, Deadlock Live 2. The first one from New Jersey. I've been following Johnny from Deadlock for more than 10 years. Such a good dude. Love the Deadlock dudes. But yes, I was going to actually bring them up too, because I was going to say, go watch his stuff in Deadlock. He is incredibly talented. That's why I would want to put him in. You could still have him under the learning tree, have Chris Jericho come out with him, but now he gets to be Ring of Honor World Champion.
Okay, I agree.
I'm doing the do.
I would.
Would you have the Undisputed Kingdom in Ring of Honor?
No.
Yes, I would.
Ooh.
I think
Okay.
they're doing pretty well on the AEW main roster.
Don't get me wrong, they are. But so with me specifically, guys who aren't getting used in AEW as much, don't have a high profile, but have a extreme history with Ring of Honor, I'd put them in Ring of Honor, like Bandito. I think
And
he's
going back with the Undisputed Kingdom, you probably could say that, especially Roderick Strong.
Mr. ROH.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, this event right here, Matt Taven won the Ring of Honor World Title at in a ladder match.
Mhm.
So, and which wait, I'm like, well, you might not. Oh, fuck, I gotta do it this way. I'm not good at green screens. That's why I'm not a weatherman. I'm like right about here-ish. Somewhere like right there.
You've done this before.
Yeah.
You've done that routine before.
I've done that plenty of times. That's why I'm not, like I said, that's why I'm not a weatherman. But yeah, no, Matt Taven has a synonymous history with Ring of Honor. I watched him fucking almost destroy his face.
Mm-hmm.
Just like shatter his face on a guardrail. I think it was Final Battle 2018, and it was him versus Dalton Castle. Ironically enough, shatters his face on the guardrail. But yeah, no, Matt Taven's a good dude, and they're synonymous with Ring of Honor. Once again, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. I mean, hell, even when I was watching the footage of the highlight package and watching the Kingdom, and sometimes they would throw in like Sinclair Ring of Honor footage, I'm like, fuck, I'd wish I go back to that era. Yeah, no, they belong in Ring of Honor.
Okay. All right. Let's see who we gonna go to next. Let's see.
I got one.
Good.
Shoot.
Jack Jameson.
Who?
That's the Iron Savage's third man.
Hold up. I'm about to check the Ring of Honor roster because he might already be there.
Oh wow, I should actually love Ring of Honor. I don't watch the shit.
That's one thing I should have been fucking doing too. Jack Jameson? Yeah, no, he's already on the Ring of Honor roster.
Okay.
I'm not that big in the Iron Savages department, but if you like, I'm not.
I'll be honest with you. They're
Go
boring
ahead.
to me. They're boring.
Yeah,
So I mean, I wouldn't even waste a roster spot on Ring of Honor on them. I'd cut them all.
like if you're thinking of like if you're telling me who do I want Ring of Honor to be like, right? I'm saying guys like fucking Chris Daniels, Daniel Garcia, Claudio, hell, even Dustin Rhodes with fucking how technically sound, Eddie Kingston, like, you know, God rest his soul, Jay Briscoe, you know, hell, even Matt Taven, you know, like Danny Garcia's. Like, Danny Garcia should be a Ring of Honor World fucking champion. Like, he is. I know he's like trying to get away from being like Mr. Wrestler, but holy fuck, man, he should have been Bryan Danielson 2.0 or
Daniel
Bryan Danielson
Garcia.
Jr.
Daniel
Yeah.
Garcia is so good.
Yes, he is.
So goddamn good.
Hey, Sprocket.
What up?
And
So
Here we go.
let's see. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next?
Luna.
Luna, where you going? You going to AEW, Ring of Honor, or are you getting released?
Luna's never getting released.
She's going to bed, though.
okay, why the hell are you gonna release her? No releasing Luna.
She's going to All Japan.
Luna, you're going to all
No,
Japan.
no, she's going to DDT Pro.
Oh,
She's going
you
to
got-
take on the Panda.
Oh, shit.
She'd probably win, too. Because knowing her, she would pop the costume.
So this
What
portion
the-
of the show is brought to us by Meyer sour cream and onion rippled potato chips.
Excellent.
Did I hear a Forge show now at AEW?
What?
Please, no. They don't.
Well, so it's not going to be a wrestling show. It's going to be
a clip show.
Yeah, it's a clip show, and they're gonna have AEW wrestlers on to like suppose they're gonna, I guess, like ridiculous, I guess.
Oh God.
Which I this is actually a show that I would actually be so for, because it's not a wrestling show. You're giving people something different, and you're showing a different style of
They're talking
perform.
about their stories. There's talking about it's
Yeah.
not much it's watching clips and then talking. It's almost like watch along, but with a
Yeah.
TV instead of YouTube.
Yeah, you're expanding the AEW brand to people who might not watch AEW. They're gonna say, "Oh, hey, I like this guy. I like this guy. I don't know, fucking
Danny Garcia. We'll use that.
yeah, Daniel Garcia. Yeah, I like this guy. Jeff Jarrett. I like this guy. I don't know, fucking Lance Archer, right? They're gonna say,
Murder Hawk
"Oh,
Monster.
I like this guy, Ricky Starks, the Sammy Guevara, whoever. And they're going to say, oh, I like this guy. Oh, they wrestle for AEW. That's also on TNT. Let me go watch that.
You know what? Let's talk about Ricky for a few minutes because I personally think, based on what's been going on lately with him, I think a little time in Ring of Honor might be good for him.
So Ricky, I like his promos and I like his character work. I'm not so sold on his in-ring work. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying I think he's more of a fit for AEW, but character work alone in AEW is not going to get you to the top.
No, it's not.
It's like WWE. But the thing is, I think character work, I think actually in WWE you could go farther alone on character work and promos. But AEW is like a nice mixed balance. You need both. Ricky Starks,
he has the in-ring ability.
He has that upper mid card ability, maybe so even middle card, upper mid card ability. He's not. I don't think, at least in AEW, when you could talk about AEW main eventers, I don't think he's on that level.
No, he's definitely not. He is a TNT title. Or
I'd say,
ROH.
well, no, not international.
Why not the international? It's a secondary title.
It's a workman's title. The TNT title actually might be more beneficial. I would actually
send him to Ring of Honor, maybe the TV title.
No. If he goes to Ring of Honor, he's in the main title scene. But with Ricky, I think the thing is, like, you're looking at the main event talents, right? You're looking at Swerve Strickland.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Exactly.
MJF, Kazuchika Okada,
Will
Kenny
Ospreay.
Omega.
Bitch.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, bitch.
Bitch.
I love that. I love that.
That was a great clip. That
That
was.
But
Oh my God! I made a mistake. I'm so sorry.
bitch.
Back on.
But with, like, in all seriousness though, like I don't think because the thing with, like, AEW is that you got to have your in-ring work skills on par with your character work, because AEW is a little more old school to the point where what we see on TV on Dynamite is supposed to get you interested into wanting to see that match, where WWE, it's a constant story, it's just building up to the finish of the story. It's not building up to the matches, it's building up to the finish of the story. When in Ring of Honor or AEW, it's more what we're building on Dynamite and Collision is supposed to get you interested into seeing these two wrestle. You want to say, I want to see these two go at it. Not that I want, like WWE, it's I want Cody Rhodes to win the title. I want Gunther to win the title. I want Drew McIntyre to beat CM Punk. I want this person to do that. In AEW, it's more, they're cooking, and now I can't wait for their match. I can't wait to see what they're going to do in their match. Now, not to say that one style is better than the other. We're all going to have our differences,
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. That's the key thing. It has to be different, which I think is very beneficial. And I don't like where, you'll see shit stains on Twitter say, AEW, they don't have any storytelling, which is a lie, by the way. AEW, they don't have any storytelling. It's not all about in-ring work, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, all those are lies. But two, it's a lot of these people, when they say shit like that, they just want AEW to be WWE light. Vice versa. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It's vice versa. There's people who claim to be AEW fans that say the same exact things about WWE, and not from like a critical standpoint, from a tribalism standpoint. And that, once again, those are lies, because I'm sure you guys can agree. WWE has been having some good matches.
Yes.
So, what the point I'm trying to make is that these two, they have to have different styles to both have them at their full potential.
Exactly. It's like two different flavors.
Yes. Yes, like a Pepsi and a Coke.
That's the
You
thing.
can like,
Well,
yeah,
I
you can
think-
like both.
You gotta love
other
the
thing-
Hold on. Fitz has the floor.
Okay.
well, I think I had a conversation with my friend 2 years ago about AEW where they just got CM Punk, they got Bryan Danielson, and I think Hangman was the champion, and Adam Cole came along at the same time. He made a good point where at the time AEW had all those names. That's great, but problem was they didn't know what to do with half of them.
I will say this. I think a lot of the problem is that a lot of these people watch AEW and expect it to be like what they watch on Raw and SmackDown. And then they watch AEW, they don't get that. And Sean Ross Sapp actually fucking made an excellent point. Is that a lot of people, they hate watch AEW. And the reason why AEW got so many of its fans was because, or at least a lot of people tuned, or a lot of these WWE fans tuned into AEW, was that not wanting a secondary alternative promotion, that could pay people, have these big shows. They didn't want that. They just wanted WWE to get better. Once WWE got better, they jumped off the ship and just started talking shit on AEW. So they did, I think, with Danielson, fucking came right in and was helping so many people. Like, a lot of people don't understand that one of the names that Danielson was helping out before AEW shows was Jade Cargill. She was in there with him. They were fucking working. They were getting her, training her. And so I think, especially with Danielson, is that when you see a lot of these older names come in, even though they're still phenomenally talented, a lot of what they should come in to do is help the younger guys. Now, then you're going to have people like Punk say, oh, well, nobody listens to me. Da, 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 da. Punk always sounds like a fucking spoiled brat. I don't think he knows how to teach. He just wants people to listen to him.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's why nobody likes him.
Yeah, because Jack Perry said, listen, I've used so-and-so glass before. I know how to do it. And then Punk fucking flipped out on him. And then obviously he makes one little snide comment on camera, in front of the live audience, not in a bad way. Yeah. Okay, that's a fucking throwaway. But Punk, being the fucking crybaby bitch that he is, no offense, John. I know how much you're a fan of him, so I don't want to seem like I'm coming at you, but yeah, like he didn't hit, like he wants to be a locker room. RVD, there's best way I could put it is RVD. He did a shoot interview years ago, and he talked about how CM Punk from day one on ECW tried to be like Mr. Locker Room Leader guy, and nobody fucking bought into his shit. So there's a whole bunch of stories of Punk just rubbing people the right way, and I think Punk did damage to AEW more than he helped it. Mm-hmm. Now, not to say that it was exclusively Punk's fault. I think it's just Punk has always had this I got it. Like, people have to listen to me. They have to fucking listen to what I say. And if they don't listen to what I say, they're fucking disrespectful. Like, Hornswoggle, I remember I said in a shoot interview, you cross Punk one time, he blocks you out of his fucking life forever. Like, you're an enemy to him. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? So I think...
See, my thing is with Punk is he is so bought into his own delusion of what he says about himself, the best in the world.
Yeah.
That he doesn't want to realize that there's other people out there who know what they're doing and have been doing it longer than him, and people who are coming into the business are going to go seek out those people rather than come see him
Yeah.
because he's caused so many problems in so many promotions over so many years. His reputation precedes him.
Yes. And
Perfect example: his first exit from WWE.
Yeah.
When he took his ball and he took his ball, aka the belt, and went home.
well, that was actually were you talking about the Chicago incident? Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So the only reason why I remember reading this, the only reason why he actually won the belt that night is because he signed beforehand. He signed a deal with WWE, so they were just making that a story. So, and which he says, which I actually kind of agree, they fucking blew the load on that because they brought him back like a week later. But yeah, the only reason he got the belt was because he signed a deal. So he was signed. So when you say his first exit, I think of Royal Rumble 2014.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
But when you say that, like guys like Bryan Danielson, I think he has been such a fucking valuable asset to AEW.
Agreed.
Not so much on screen, but so behind the scene, to the point where Tony Khan has said multiple times that he's went to his father and said, if anything, God forbid, happens to me, give the company to Bryan Danielson. He gets full control of the company.
Yeah.
That's how much of a fucking influence Bryan Danielson is. It's so much of a valuable asset. And I think that's just more of a different mindset. Now, supposedly, Punk has been doing a phenomenal job in WWE, and especially with NXT.
The only reason he's doing such a phenomenal job is because he's got the behavior clause in his contract.
That's exactly what I was going to say, too. He might have the behavior
waiting
clause.
For him to implode. I'm waiting for him to implode, and it's going to be such a glorious sight when they finally get rid of him once and for all.
Yeah. So I think like especially with AEW, he was doing good his first year in AEW, but then once the fucking Hangman thing, because another thing, like okay, AEW, yeah, they write their own promos, yeah, they shoot a little hard, but shoot back. Don't fucking go backstage and start fucking fights and like scream like a little bitch that he said he brought up like fucking you go to the brawl out thing. The brawl out. Fucking he attacked Colt Cabana for no goddamn fucking reason, It was Hangman that brought it up, not Colt Cabana. Yeah, you have issues with Colt Cabana. You don't have to fucking drive him through the goddamn mud like that. That was so fucking incredibly disrespectful. But
again, it's CM Punk.
Yeah, it's CM Punk. So it's like, have you ever seen that meme of fucking 50 Cent? And I think he was talking about like one rapper had dissed him, but like dissed him like for no fucking reason. So he's like talking about some guy who was like, he said, fuck this guy, fuck this guy, fuck this guy, fuck 50. Why you say fuck me for? That was like, I can imagine like that's what Colt Cabana was saying. Like, why you say fuck me for? But no, that I think that it's a completely different mind. So I think when people say, oh, they don't know how to use these talents, I don't think it's not just from an on-screen standpoint, especially with AEW. You got to look at fucking what some of these guys do behind the scenes. Bryan Danielson has been the quintessential signing. I think personally, other than maybe Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho, early Chris Jericho, I'm talking about. Best signings in AEW history.
He's playing right now.
Yeah, because especially now with Chris Jericho, it's maybe send him down the Ring of Honor, because he's done his job in AEW. When he was brought into AEW, he was that guy, that that shining star. That this is ex-WWE Chris Jericho. He's now in this new company, and he's going to get a ton of that press. But now, here we are 5 years later, and there's so many other names, bigger names that are now in AEW. So Chris Jericho isn't as needed as he was in 2019. That's why I say send him down to Ring of Honor. Have him rub with some of those Ring of Honor guys. give them the rub so that when they come up to AEW, they're fucking, so much of a bigger name.
Mm-hmm. Can't argue that.
Yeah, I argue.
So let's see. We're gonna do any more? Let's see.
And this is also why we don't listen to the internet so much these days.
Yeah.
We don't need to listen to the internet. We actually have brains. We can think for ourselves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we've all been around wrestling for so damn long. We've forgotten more about the wrestling business than anybody in the internet wrestling community will ever know.
Yeah. But I will say this, right? If there's one person I'd recommend, I know he's very controversial, but I would absolutely recommend listening to Sean Ross Sapp. He gives a lot of credit to. Another one is maybe Chris Van Vliet.
That one I don't know.
Yes,
I see Chris all the time on YouTube.
Yeah, he does interviews, but in terms of like a reporter, I would absolutely recommend fucking Sean Ross Sapp. He doesn't put out stories unless he could verify them. He treats.
He's not a Meltzer.
He's not a Meltzer. He's not a lot of these people online. He has a lot of his stories are through verification. Like he was the one that broke the Punks to AEW. He was the one that broke Bryan Danielson to AEW. He broke a lot of fucking major stories, and he'll say things like, for example, one time, Triple H during the whole Punk thing, when he came back to WWE, he listed a bunch of people, dirt sheets, and he named Fightful. But a lot of Fightful people were like, it was all about how they reported the whole story, and to the point where Triple H actually sent apology flowers because that's how respected Fightful and that whole community is. So if there's anybody you want to listen to, Sean Ross Sapp, and you can get his $5 Patreon. That's where a lot of those breaking news stories first come in. I share them in our little group chat because a lot of the times they turn out to be there's smoke to those fires.
All right, Luna, who do you want to listen to now?
Is Seneca still there?
No, he got let go. A long time.
The Gates of Agony can go to Ring of Honor.
Yes. I would agree with that too. Especially
Brian Cage.
What's his name? No, I forgot his name. Bishop Khan.
Yes.
So for those that were watching Sinclair era, he was a part of the Soldiers of Savagery, and I always liked his look, especially as Soldiers of Savagery. Now in the Gates of Agony, he's a good dude. I'd love to see him have a singles run.
With Toa Leona.
I'm still learning about him. He wasn't with the original Soldiers of Savagery, so I'm still looking at him. He's not bad. Like, don't get me wrong. I just don't know a whole lot about him.
Right. Well, since we're sending the Machine down there, how about we send the Symphony too?
Wardlow?
Yeah, why not?
Where the hell has Wardlow been?
I think he's injured. Yeah.
He's been out injured.
They haven't done much with him though.
He was TNT champion a couple of times.
I think the thing was, this is the one thing I don't like about Tony Khan's booking is that it's a lot of start-stop, and that did hurt Wardlow a lot.
Yeah,
last year,
agreed.
And in 2022, because they had him on a rocket, and then that whole start-stop booking just destroyed him.
Yeah.
My
He became.
ADHD.
Um, you're gonna laugh and you're gonna agree with it completely when I say this. He was strapped to an Acme rocket and he became the Wile E. Coyote of AEW.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Beep
You
beep.
know, I even met Wardlow at the Wrestle Show convention 3 months ago. Even he seemed a little unhappy. I mean, not that he wasn't pissed at me, but like, talking a little bit like how I said, I'm a fan of yours. I like what you do in AEW. And I said to him, hopefully Adam Cole comes back soon. And I mentioned,
Yeah.
hopefully MJF comes back too. This was a week before Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I mean that was the thing with a lot of that whole Undisputed Kingdom was killed right on the dot when MJF went away
Yeah.
because he was hurt so bad, like bad, worse than anybody actually thought. They thought he'd be maybe out like a couple months, but no, he was out for almost 6, and that killed the Undisputed gimmick right then and there because now they don't have anybody to deal with,
Yep. They don't have a foil to their villain.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sure he's got to be hurt. But maybe a good run in the ROH could help build up that confidence again.
Now, if anybody could be in the Ring of Honor title picture, it's him.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because you don't want to waste the TV title on him. He's too much of a powerhouse. I'm not saying have him take it off of Mark. I'm saying have somebody else take the title off of Mark eventually, and then have Wardlow take the title off of whoever they gave the title to from after Mark.
Somebody's getting a title.
Yeah.
So,
Some
perfect example. Brian Cage takes the title off of Mark, runs with it for about 6 months. Wardlow comes back, and they start a program between the two of them, and say at Final Battle.
Yeah. Because this is another.
Let's say this.
Mhm.
Final Battle 2025. Wardlow versus
that's-
Brian Cage for the Ring of Honor World title. And Wardlow pulls it off.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, for me, is I don't want to see these. Well, actually, no. Brian Cage, I would fucking love as Ring of Honor World Champion because he is
Exactly.
such an insane fucking dude. I watched actually a match from his PWG run.
Dude, we saw him live.
Yeah. But I'm talking about he had a match with I think Roderick Strong in PWG before he got even like incredibly buff. And my God, that was a fucking insane match.
We saw him live at House of Hardcore.
Yes.
But yeah, I could see him running rampant through the ranks of Ring of Honor, and then getting a title match against Mark Briscoe,
Yes.
and then putting on an absolute killer match. I mean, froggy bows left and right, and Brian Cage just beating the hell out of Mark Briscoe, and Mark Briscoe coming back for more
Yes.
before Brian just absolutely annihilates him.
Whoa, hello.
bless you.
Hey,
Thank you. That was fairly weak, though.
yeah, I have to agree. I'll give that a 4.
A 4 out of 10.
Even Luna's not impressed.
Nah, she's Definitely not. But she's getting a belly rub right now, so she's
As long as she's happy, that's all that matters.
yes,
Oh,
But,
right.
But then, let's say we have Brian Cage versus Mark Briscoe at whatever pay-per-view.
Right.
You know, let's say Death Before Dishonor.
Which was last week.
I understand that. I'm talking about next year.
I just want to say, this is one thing I would hope with the new TV deal is that if Ring of Honor hopefully becomes a lot more exclusive, so they could add a couple more pay-per-views.
Would be nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, like a Return to Glory by Honor, Best in the World anniversary show. But I will actually step away one moment. I have to
You
talk
gotta do
to.
a cleaner.
I have to go. I have to talk to the Cleveland Browns.
He's dropping the kids off to the pool.
Basically, you taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Oh! It's the only bowl they'll ever get to.
Ooh.
I mean, we don't even
Besides
know if
each
they got.
other's?
We don't even know if they got to the bowl after draft day.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that one. But you gotta admit that was a good movie.
That was good. That was good.
So I'm looking at all the Ring of Honor events,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going back to 2005. They actually do have wait a minute, is it there? Oh, they only have one match from that show. Shit.
Hmm.
Petey Williams versus AJ Styles.
Ooh. Don't remember that match.
But hang on one second. I got the image up, so. And look who's in the background.
I kind of could see it.
Is that Punk?
Yes, it is.
That is.
Okay, I thought you meant somebody else. That's what I was like. I know.
Now, if
Because
I
I'm
scroll
looking. I'm
down a
looking
little
at the
bit
crowd.
now, if I scroll down a little bit on the picture, you'll see somebody getting ready to do a dance.
There he is.
Nah.
Prince Nana. So, Dollar Bill,
Yes.
Sprocket told me something that a certain someone is leaving next week.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So that's a
And-
relief.
Yes, and I sent her links to 2 different videos from YouTube.
Oh God. I was
Yeah.
asking for those. Oh God.
So the 2 that I sent were from the movie Ray.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know which song I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then I sent the one song that you always hear in the stadiums.
There's oh, history of rock and roll or
No. Yeah,
Okay, goodbye.
no.
Yeah, I had to think. Because, there's a couple of songs in the stadium. This stadium. Dang. So that's a bit of happy.
Yeah.
Come on, get happy.
In the private chat.
Oh, of course. Private eyes, they're watching you. I changed the, I always change that one lyric to, oh, hell yeah, goodbye. Oh, boy, I haven't heard this news, but that's going to be some good news for them.
Yes, it is.
Ah, man. I'm going to be.
Round two in the chat. In the private chat.
Excuse me.
So, all right. What's everybody's opinion of NXT from last night?
I didn't watch.
I'm
That's that one.
sad
Why are you so sad?
because Wesley, like, I have been following them since they were Scarlet and Graves in CZW. I got to see them wrestle at a battle club show in New York.
Oh,
They are so nice. Like I was so happy to see them reunited, not only in NXT, but with Wes going back to TNA. I was so happy for that. But I need those tag titles off Axiom and Nathan Fraser. And I thought it would have been perfect to make a little history to have somebody who signed to TNA win a WWE title.
Can't really argue that.
no.
But
Some things you just can't.
But to be honest with you, the heel turn for Wesley is timed perfectly right now. If you think about it, he came back after almost a year from his back injury.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get his North American title back, and he gets F20'd by Obafemi,
Mm.
Whee!
and that was brutal. I mean, F5 is brutal, but what Obafemi did to him, that was just
Mhm.
that was like next level brutal.
WTF.
That was like I think even Brock Lesnar sat up and paid attention to that one. But I mean, yeah, I think that the heel turn for Wesley is timed perfectly because he has been such a sweetheart of the company. You know, you need to give him that edge. And did you see who commented on it?
No.
Karrion Kross.
Oh.
He commented. He said,
Damn.
"Well, it's about time."
Damn, just damn.
Yeah. Ah, welcome back.
Yeah, we lost to the Green Bay Packers.
In
Whoops.
the NFC Championship.
No, in the Super Bowl, because the Packers and the Browns are in different conferences. Oof. Okay, so what did I miss?
We just commenting about NXT last night and the heel turn from
Wesley.
with Wes Lee.
Wrong fucking company. All right, so now we're going to talk about Dynamite.
You would think.
Go ahead. I haven't had the chance to watch yet. I have a lot of shit to catch up on Sling.
I feel that. I gotta make my wrestlers now too. The thing is, though, man, it's almost like trying to cut down the roster size. It feels more like it's more of just shuffling people around to try and build up the rosters rather than just cut.
With AEW, this is, I think, what's the needed or the should be preferred course of action, because remember, we want to keep AEW and Ring of Honor be separate companies and all that, and you need to have a hard line of rosters. So I think this is the perfect way to do it. You make sure you got to have hard lines between AEW, and every now and then you send a couple names up, send a couple names back down, but you need to have those separate rosters again if you want them to truly be separate companies.
Mm-hmm.
And each roster should have their own flavor too.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, you have AEW is perfect the way it is, but then you go down to Ring of Honor, that should be more, instead of being an AEW light, it should be more of a technical sports-based product. None of these, my girlfriend this, devil that, my panties are all up in a bunch this storylines. Should be, I want the title. I think I'm better than you. Let's fight. And a lot of people don't understand, like, storylines can be simple like that and still be good.
Yeah, they don't have to be like full-blown dramatic plays,
Yeah. That works for WWE because that's the style of wrestling they want to pursue. They want WWE to be like a drama show. I don't want a drama show. I want a wrestling show. And that's where AEW is more beneficial for me. Now, and once again, I just want to before you ask your question, I just want to reiterate, I'm not saying like the either or bad. I'm just saying, personally for me, I prefer more wrestling style. Other people may prefer what WWE offers. Once again, this is not one versus the other. This is different styles create more fans. So, what was that question you wanted to ask?
Let me see if I remember correctly. Okay, so then for AEW to keep getting to grow and also get your money and get your eyeballs, how do you feel they should go about this more?
Put more money into marketing. I feel like that's the biggest reason why people are tuning out. Not enough people are showing up is because I believe their marketing strategy is subpar. WWE's marketing strategy, even in their worst times, was still having people tune in. Was still having people. I mean, it's WWE 2019 looked like AEW today. But what I'm saying is, people still were showing up. They were still getting decent crowds. And people were still, wrestling fans were still, they were hovering in 2019. I think they were hovering around 2.7 in total viewers for like Raw, and then like a little less for SmackDown. But the thing was, they had actually better numbers than they have now in ratings. But they always had a very good marketing strategy, a very good marketing game. I think that's where AEW severely lacks is marketing. I think with marketing, you could always, it doesn't matter what, a lot of people are like, oh, they're not going for the casual, they're not doing for this, they're not doing that for that. Marketing, I think, can overtake it all because, like Paul Heyman says, nobody's going to buy into your product if they don't know it's there. Because he talked about at the end of ECW, not having a TV show killed them, especially a national one, because who's going to buy your product if nobody's there to see it?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's like it's just a product, but like what's who's going to know about it? Who's going to find it? Who's going to tune in? Who's going to you need eyeballs, and then after eyeballs, you need sponsors. Like
Yes.
they're not going to buy it. They're not going to want to advertise if nobody's there. Oh shit!
What?
Tim Pool jerk mouth.
Oh god! All right.
Yep.
Oh boy.
But
Wait,
yeah,
what
no.
happened? Oh,
Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, no. Yeah, I think the AEW's marketing strategy is very subpar, and that's why people are tuning out. That's why not a lot of people are showing up, because a lot of it is, somebody had asked, why, do you not go to AEW shows anymore? Why didn't you attend the AEW shows? Because they legitimately said the most popular answer was, oh, we didn't know it was here. We didn't know it was coming. So I think that's where we need to go, is that, hey, we need to let people know we're here. And AEW is now a $2 billion company. There's no reason why they should be fucking going ham into marketing. Get that cross-promotional stuff. Get a whole, just go fucking send the full house into marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What happened? We lost JP.
no, I'm here.
Camera's off.
No, it's not.
It was.
It was
What?
It's off. It's on. It's off. It's on. Sorry, getting
like that
delirious.
It's like that episode of MASH where Hawkeye slugs Frank. I can step out. I can step in. I can step out. I can step in.
I can step in.
Out. In. Out.
In, out. In, out. Up, down, left, right. BA start.
Up, down, left, right, A, B, start.
BA.
Yeah, BA.
You have to get it right. Otherwise, you don't get the. Otherwise, you don't get the 10, you don't get the 30 lives. And
Yeah.
then some.
And you definitely need those 30 lives to beat Contra.
No, you don't.
I sure as shit do.
So,
Yep. God. Man. I hope they actually do get more advertising.
On the Warner channels, it's just basic commercials that don't, they don't say what's coming up, They're not saying, oh, this is going to happen on the next show. It's just generic advertising.
mm-hmm.
And another thing they don't do.
On Wednesday night at 8:00. Tune in.
Yeah. It's not saying, oh, Jeff Jarrett has a match with Bryan Danielson after, wanting him to step up to the challenge. It's not MJF looks to take on Will Ospreay. No, it's just the same commercial every single time. And there's not a lot of whole co-promotion on other shows. There's a lot of AEW promoting other Turner broadcasting stuff, but it's not, other than maybe like a couple of mentions here on TNT or the NBA. They're not really, other shows are not really incorporating AEW stars that much. that's one thing I would love to see. Like especially Impractical Jokers. Maybe they could use a couple more AEW guys.
Yeah, they did that thing with MJF.
Yeah, but how long ago was that too? You know.
Yeah.
You get a couple more guys maybe on that show. You could get a couple more AEW guys. Maybe you have somebody from AEW show up on that MLB broadcast. You know, maybe have an AEW guest star on one of the original shows. So, and like, it doesn't have to be TNT. You could also do TBS. You could also do HBO. You know, there's a whole lot you could do.
HBO's part of Warner, right?
Yes.
The hell yeah, they should be advertising on there all like crazy.
Mind you, now they have Discovery, TLC. There's so many more options they can run to. But one thing I miss that I think WWE still does in their broadcast, I don't know. So if I'm wrong, I apologize. They have specific commercials designed to advertise where the next shows, like the upcoming like month of shows, are going to be. Do they still do that?
I haven't
Sometimes.
Yeah, like because I remember when I was watching, they still did that. You know, there would be a commercial, and it like right before. Yeah, it was usually right before they went back to the live programming. There'd be a commercial that'd say, WWE is going to be in this next Tuesday. They're in Frogsball, Minnesota. Next Wednesday, they're in Loose Asshole, Tennessee. I don't know. The point is,
they're in Hoboken.
Yeah.
You know,
no. They've gone to hell.
Yeah.
Michigan.
Just have a whole commercial that has just list all your next month of shows and tell people where to buy those tickets.
Yeah, exactly.
And then maybe you do State Farm plus 10 of the night. And then you show a clip from last week. Like those old things that WWE used to do. You know? You could make it feel like an old school Raw, old school SmackDown. But yeah, just try to get more advertisers out there, work with more advertisers, not just promoting them on your show, but, you know, making commercials for them with your stars, you know, advertising where you're going to be. I think a lot of the marketing, they need better marketing.
I think AEW should do a commercial with Hooters girls.
Do they have? If they have Hooters as a sponsorship, then why not?
Like
get the sponsorship.
I mean, they can. They're TV 14.
Exactly.
have Jericho and Big Bill walk into a Hooters, get greeted by the Hooters girls, have some wings.
Thanks, girls.
Hi, girls.
You know how WWE has the commercials with the WWE guys at Applebee's. Why not the AEW go to Hooters?
I mean, you know what I would say is that you have WWE, they could do a commercial for fucking State Farm with Chris Jericho, and he could talk about all the best things about getting insurance.
Or more like how even wrestlers need insurance and who they trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Here's a good one.
Have Jake from State Farm appear on Dynamite.
Yeah. DraftKings, you know. I mean, they actually do pretty decent with DraftKings, but the thing is, those commercials should be airing on other shows too.
Yes.
You have your AEW people, like even if it's just like in the middle of like, just buy some advertising space on ESPN to put that commercial on there. And it doesn't even have to be like, oh, on the next AEW show, if you put $5 in. No, just make it a generic commercial. Just put AEW people in there, and then have the at the end of the thing, at the end of the commercial, just have a little tagline that says "Watch AEW at Wednesdays at 8," or Collision on Saturday. You know, whatever.
Why not?
Why not?
And
There's
that's
so
what
many
you do.
advertising ideas.
Yeah, just cross promote. That's it.
So,
I say it's not that hard, folks.
yep. So,
Because I remember even applying for it before.
What
Like,
is it?
as a media editor and producer. It was like a assistant producer. Like they were constantly like hiring people.
Hmm.
So they should be. I never seen one for media like business or the advertising, and I'm thinking they damn should though, just to improve
Yeah.
it.
damn, I just found a match I'm going to watch. I was back on Honor Club, Ring of Honor.
Mm.
And under Ring of Honor events, I found that show. It is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, Joe versus Kobashi. I completely forgot they named it Joe versus Kobashi. Sometimes they would do that, just straight up name it after one match. Like,
Yeah, but
that was. Go ahead.
I just put I went down the list and I found Final Battle 2005.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a match I am definitely gonna want to watch.
Ugh.
Marufuji versus Danielson.
Oh yeah, and then one match. I don't remember if it's Final Battle, but I know it's Manhattan Center and it's 2007. It's Kenta, the Hideo Itami for WWE fans, versus Mitsuharu Misawa for the GHC Heavyweight Championship. Jesus Christ, what a match.
You said 07?
Yeah, I don't remember. Hold on, I'll tell you the date. Versus Mitsuharu Misawa. Wait, no, I spelled his name wrong. Oh, fuck.
For shame.
Yeah, Miyazawa. Oh, his last name is Kobayashi. I never knew that.
Mm-hmm.
There's Kenta Kobashi and Kenta Kobayashi. Kobayashi is the Kenta we all,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 2007, Ring of Honor. Okay, so it's Glory by Honor Night 2. And Misawa defeats Kenta 1833.
You said Glory by Honor?
Yeah, Glory by Honor 6. Tag 2. Either Night 2 or Tag 2.
Okay, because I'm in Ring of Honor 2007 and I don't see it.
I'm
looking at all the events.
ROH Events 2007. Glory by Honor, I think, is the end of the year. Oh, they might have it listed as something else. Danielson Morishima. Oh wow, this Pac and Davey Richards. Caged Rage, live in Tokyo, live in Osaka. Death Before Dishonor. Okay, what month is it? November, so it's toward the end of the year. Oh, so they might not have it on Honor Club.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Ooh, here's another good match on Motor City Madness from September 14th, 2007. El Generico versus Marufuji.
Okay, if I search up Kenta versus Roderick Strong, Kenta. Oh yeah, they don't have it. They don't have it just yet.
That sucks.
But they do have from 9/16/06. Kenta versus Bryan Danielson. Another incredible match between those two. I think that's the match where Kenta has not Kenta, but Bryan Danielson has one of his most iconic entrances in Ring of Honor.
Final countdown.
Yeah, but it's just the way that it's shot on that night just looks insane.
So, do we think he's coming out the final countdown at All In?
He has to. He has to come out one more time.
I
That
agree.
is the final time. Yeah.
I was really hoping he'd come out as, with Final Countdown at Forbidden Door this year, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. I was a little disappointed, but I was still happy. If that happens to turn out, if that turns out to be the last Bryan Danielson match I ever see, I'm not going to complain.
But to be honest with you, I
that's
really
it.
think they're going to put the title on him. I really do.
I don't.
I would love to see that happen. I'm not going to give any certainties.
I would love to see it too. And I think it might happen. But if it doesn't, I can understand where it's coming from. It's coming from Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson. It's coming from him. Because he says he doesn't care about the titles there. Ooh. How about this match from Glory by Honor 5? Night 2. Hang on. Come on. Bring it down. Delirious
I
versus
haven't heard that
Adam
name in a
Pearce.
while. God.
Delirious versus Adam Pearce.
And Adam Pearce. Shit.
Yeah. So.
Give me 1 second.
Time's up.
Damn. What was the name of the show that I went to? No, not All In.
Gotta be quicker than that. You almost had it.
All right. Stop fishing the dollar for him, okay?
Gotta love it. So, but all right. What do you say we wrap this up, guys?
One thing I'd like to show. Remember this night?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
God.
Look at it poking his little head out.
Yep.
That's my best friend James, who was with us that night.
Yep. That was a good night.
Yes. And this was the night that Flip Gordon tried to get on All In. Hey, look, it's our old friend, Barry the Bear-Free Joe, or the Drug-Free Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this was a wonderful night. Look at all those. This is one thing I want to point out, right? People don't understand how over Bullet Club was. Look at this crowd. Look at how many Bullet Club shirts there are in that crowd.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Look at that.
Just in this shot alone, I could at least point out at least 30 shirts. Bullet Club shirts.
Oh, no doubt.
So for people that say that Bullet Club was never fucking over, that is a like a whole crock of fucking bullshit.
Yep.
People actually say that?
Oh,
People fucking say that because it's not WWE.
So
That's how the whole tribalism shit coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Crazy.
Bullet Club was fucking over. It was so over to the point where WWE tried to fucking copy it on their TV.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when John Cena and AJ Styles were doing that whole thing, and then they bring in the OC? OC is just WWE's attempt because they tried to buy the Bullet Club name, which fucking failed tremendously, and I love that. But yeah, no, we had a fun episode tonight. Thank you for letting me go on another whole bunch of another amazing rants.
Yeah, no problem.
That hopefully will get us more views on the TikTok.
So, guys, once we close down, stick around for a minute. I got to talk to you for a second, okay?
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
tired.
It'll only take a minute. You can.
I'm in
wait another
trouble.
minute. You're all in trouble.
Damn it.
Everybody but Luna.
And
Princess Pretty
Fitz
Girl can never be in trouble.
and Fitz because he didn't really talk much,
What's
so
up?
there's no
he's
way
in
for him
trouble
to get in
anyway.
trouble.
He's in trouble just by association. Guys, good show again, as always.
As always.
Yep.
As
and
always.
always until next week.
Next week.
Too sweet.
Too sweet.
Cleaner, wake up.